Road rage. It's something more and more drivers admit they've experienced, but in some cases it turns deadly.
Tonight, 2 News Investigates Ariel Harrison gives us a deeper look at what's actually happening when anger takes over behind the wheel and the lasting impact it can have on families.
Experts tell me anger itself isn't the problem, it's how we react to it behind the wheel. And for one Utah family, a single moment of road rage changed everything.
I got a call that my ex-husband was in an accident, and since that day, our world was turned upside down.
In an instant, a road rage incident involving Ashley Matheson's ex-husband Peter and another driver turned deadly. The June 2023 crash leaving 2 innocent people dead and multiple families changed forever.
All of a sudden I was a single parent overnight, sole provider overnight.
Matheson's ex-husband is now behind bars, and while the innocent lives lost weighs heavily on her daily, there's a lot more she also has to navigate.
My oldest started kindergarten, and having her have to come home and say, well, is my dad a bad person?
What's happening when I'm on the road and something happens that upsets me and I just instantly see red?
What's happening in the brain is that your amygdala will suddenly light up, and that's these 2 little spaces in the middle of the brain that are connected to your emotions.
Dale Werner is an anger management counselor.
And then from there, it'll end up softening this connection to the prefrontal cortex.
Werner oversees intensive outpatient programs for anger management at the Huntsman Mental Health Institute. He says when that prefrontal connection softens, logic and reasoning take a back seat. And that's not all.
Not noticed that, but a dopamine spike that happens that kind of creates this almost addictive quality to anger, right? So it becomes this more norm to you.
But anger is not the problem. He says it's the reaction, often triggered by stress, frustration, or even what we've seen from others growing up.
It's learned behavior. I mean, basically we find something that crosses a boundary that we find in our lives, and when that crosses a boundary, we may find that anger is one of those things that comes up for us. And if you happen to have a tendency to go into anger and anger outbursts, then you're going to find that to be even more impactful in your life.
As road rage incidents continue to make headlines, experts like Werner stress the importance of knowing how to regulate our emotions. At what point should someone seek help, professional help?
I think it's when the behaviors are creating difficulties in their lives or difficulties in other people's lives. Sometimes people, when you're feeling anger, they feel like it's okay to react the way they are. And then they tend to become normalize it. And the idea is that if other people are telling you that your behaviors are outside the norm, then maybe do some introspection and really take a look at kind of how your behaviors are interacting with the world around you and what kind of problems they're creating for yourself or others.
A lesson Matheson now finds herself talking about often.
Even if I hear side conversations of someone saying that they got bugged with someone on the road, it's just like, yeah, but do you remember what happened in my life? Like, is it worth it? Like, just kind of calling people out in that sort of sense. And I think that that's what you can do, is kind of call people out.
Now, de-escalation is something UHP has really stressed if you find yourself in a road rage situation. Coming up tomorrow morning on 2 News, some of the specific things you can do in practice behind the wheel to do just that. Reporting in downtown Salt Lake, Ariel Harrison, KUTV 2 News.